In this video, we're going to be using the clown fruits and a Torrey razor right here, sent to me by Ray Pope. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me again today. I really appreciate it. And if you're brand new to the channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing below. So today, as mentioned, we're going to be using the Clown Fruits, the old school original version by Local Gent and PAA, and the new version, PAA 2020 edition, which should be releasing somewhere around the 1st of October-ish. And so we've actually mixed these up in a bowl. I've already got it lathered, and they smell to me very, very similar. I don't detect a ton of difference, maybe subtle. It's really hard for me to detect much difference between the two, but they're both excellent. I've been using them the last couple of days in this, King of Clown Fruit competition. We'll speak to that just a little bit during this shave. We're also going to be using a Torrey razor sent to me by Ray Pope. He sent it to me. I polished it up a little bit more, so I hope I haven't degraded the edge with my polishing. We shall see. Let's just get going. Let's go ahead and mist the face. 24 hours growth, standard growth, and we've wet our face. We'll go ahead and use our pre-shave cube here. Have it, may as well use it. Whether it's necessary or not, you decide, but certainly the cube format or the glycerin-based pre-shaves certainly aren't going to hurt anything. In my opinion, may as well use them if you got them. Let me rub this in just a little bit. Let's just use some of this water. Just sort of work that in a little bit so it's just not setting on my face. Hope everybody's having an excellent day so far. And again, when PAA actually releases the clown fruit, I'll post the links for you on my IAMCDB Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook, go check that out. I'll link it actually below. I'll put the URL right there for you as well. So let's wet the face and get lathering. One thing I want to say about lathering today, and we whipped this up a little bit ago. Lathering is not rocket science. Now, I realize there's a lot of new terms that have came about in the last year or two, where people are applying a lot of terms to the lathering process, like high structure, low structure, water band. Folks, if you're new, my advice, just lather the soap. Just lather the soap. This is not rocket science, lathering. It is not a difficult thing to do if you practice a little bit. Don't worry so much about the terms. Don't worry so much about how the lather looks and how people talk about lather. Just lather the soap. Make a shaving lather, one that you can shave with. That's my advice. It is not important to overcomplicate a process that is not complicated. And you can make all different sorts of lather. It's up to you. Make the sort of lather that you like to shave with. That's the most important thing. Sometimes I think, and I have been guilty of this also, we dramatically overcomplicate things to the point where it makes it difficult for users to understand. They're like, boy, this seems awfully difficult. It's not. It is not difficult. There's no reason to obsess over it and make something that's pretty simple difficult, in my view. Okay, so we're going to try the Torrey sent to us from Pope. This has his edge on it, which came off the, I believe, Nanawa 12K. And I'm not used to shaving off just a 12K edge. I always take it further, so let's see how it goes. Okay, and that is not bad. Let's try to remember to stay a little more shallow. I can definitely feel that this edge is different, but it is cutting. It's cutting well. Has a different feel than the edges that I typically use, and that doesn't mean in a bad way, but it does have a different feel. So the 12K means obviously 12,000, and a lot of people shave off the 12,000. I take it generally a little bit further with, a finishing stone, Japanese natural, Codical, Arkansas, and those are types of hunting stones if you're new. And I'm trying to follow Maddie Lindholm's advice to keep shallow here. Blade is working well. It definitely has a different feel than I'm accustomed to. And so whatever you get used to is what you like. And this one definitely feels different. I have a Shafton 12,000, but I've never tried to shave off it. So maybe one of these times I will just shave off the 12,000 and see what it feels like without taking it to an additional finisher. Because I usually take 12,000 and then go to again, Japanese natural stone or Belgian cuticle or something like that. And we're just talking about stones here. All right, let's go to the other side here and let's try to, again, remain more shallow with our angle. I can't emphasize that enough. And the reason I keep telling you is because I'm trying to remind myself to do it. So if I keep saying it out loud, I will try to remember to do it. And that's really what I'm trying to accomplish by saying it over and over, is remind myself to do it. Repetition, you know, it's all really about repetition. Trying to do the same things the same way over and over and over and develop good habits. Because if you start off and you develop habits that are not excellent, then they become hard to break. And I have a tendency to go a little wide with my angle like that. And so what I'm trying to do is remind myself, stay shallow. Stay shallow. There we go. And I will definitely re-hone this razor. Not that it's bad. It's certainly not bad. It's just I'm used to a little bit different feel. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with this edge. And I really appreciate this gift. And the clown fruit smells great. I meant to sanitize the platform there before we started today, but I forgot. Sanitizing the platform, meaning throwing that aftershave on first to get some scent going and a little bit of alcohol at the onset. I know some people don't like alcohol on their face. That's fine. I don't like oil on my face, you know. So clown fruit. I gotta say, I've been enjoying this friendly rivalry with Junior. Junior has been a very big clown fruit enthusiast over the last, I don't know, half year or more. And honestly, if not for Junior, I probably would not have clown fruit. I would certainly buy it this year, don't get me wrong. But it was his insistence that this is a really nice soap that caused me to take interest in it. And of course, I traded from him to get the, my nose itches a lot for some reason here. But anyway, I traded to get the old local gent version. So thank you very much, Junior. So what I'm getting at here is, folks, if not for Junior, I probably wouldn't even be using clown fruit right now. Although I do like it and I would buy it. I'll tell you that right now. So honestly, as much as it pains me to say so, Junior is indeed the clown fruit king. I've had fun making him nervous about it, but when it comes down to it, he is, at least over the last number of months, his level of enthusiasm over clown fruit just can't be matched. Now, there are other folks who have really loved this for far longer and have had enthusiasm over a longer period of time. But over the last 6, 8 months, maybe even longer, year, let's say, Junior's dedication to clown fruit has been unmatched and unrivaled. And so I am here today to announce that Junior, the dude of shaving, is indeed the clown fruit king. I did have fun making him nervous, but when it comes down to it, his love just can't be like over the last year. Again, with respect to people like Reed, Shave Cave, who has been a lover of clown fruit for a long time, Junior's love over the last year just can be matched. And so, We've had fun making Junior nervous, putting some pressure on him, making him work for it. But he is indeed the clown fruit king. So Junior, you are the clown fruit king. Next year, however, I hope people will compete and push Junior and just have fun with it. It's really all about having fun. Everything we do should be about having fun. And also, learning. Like, for example, learning to hone. It's a great source of pleasure for me. And there are technical things about honing and so on, and we get pretty geeky about it. But one of the things I realized we should probably, and I'm not doing a great job of stretching there, we should probably spend more time explaining. And one of the things that Maddie does is stretch up here to get that spot right there. But this edge feels foreign to me because I'm not used to shaving off a 12K. But it's doing well. I will rehone it and take it a little bit further. I think what I have learned so far is that I like to take my edges as far as I possibly can, so whether that certainly doesn't make them better, but I really like to take them as far as I can, and not everybody else does. I heard the stallion mention the other day that he does not like to take them far. He likes what he calls a buttery edge, which is not quite as sharp. I like mine to be as sharp as possible, like a machine blade. You really, in my opinion, it'd be very difficult to get a straight razor at the level of a machine blade. Shavettes are, I think, by default sharper. But I like that feel. I personally like that feeling of, and I know there was some debate on my video the other day about shavettes, and some stallion doesn't like them, other people do, and what I say about that is just use whatever you enjoy. Whatever that is, enjoy it, and focus on that if you like. I hate to see when people that I like get into arguments over just shaving gear, And sadly, that debate sort of got a little bit out of control, shavettes versus straights, and it's unfortunate because a lot of folks that I respect were involved in that debate, and it just, I don't know. I don't like to see folks that I enjoy, arguing. And although I'm not in the middle, it makes me feel as if I am, and I just don't like that. But, everybody likes what they like, And you should just use whatever you like and enjoy it. That's what we should be doing, is just trying to enjoy it. Just as I've enjoyed poking Junior over the clown fruit, we all should be trying our best just to enjoy our shaves. And I want to thank Ray Pope for sending me this razor. I am definitely going to tune it up to my preference. And that's the great thing about straight razor edges, is you can customize the edge to make it as sharp as you want or smooth as you want, and I'm learning to do those things. So it's very exciting for me. But also at the same time, I like shavettes and I will be using them, more. But I've been so interested in using my own edges that I haven't used my Wex lately. I do like them, and honestly, I know the stallion would comment that for him they're not smooth, but for me they cut very efficiently and smooth, and my skin is okay with them as long as I don't cut myself. I don't have any lingering. They're not harsh for me, is what I mean. They feel very smooth and sharp. For me, I found that I want sharpness, and that's what works best for me, because I feel like it goes through the growth easier, and for me, gives me less chance of cutting myself. When I have to muscle it a little bit, I feel like I'm closer to making a mistake. And that doesn't mean, I'm not saying one way or the other, one is better than the other, because I like both and I'm going to use both, you know. But I like to have multiple kits or multiple tools in the kit. And so let's just try to enjoy ourselves. You know, that's the main thing. Okay, let's finish up here with the Ray Pope Torrey. Thank you, Ray. Really appreciate this. And by the way, I'm pulling down below the camera. You can't see it as much. Very nice. Feels good so far. Again, I want to take this blade a little bit further, personally. But that is okay. By the way, keep an eye out for clown fruit if you want it. I know I didn't talk much about the soap today. I'll give you those details now, just so I can be complete and thorough. This is the new version, CK6. It's $24.95 for 5 ounces. $4.99 an ounce on our price chart right there, which is a fair price, under $5 an ounce. Feel like I'm missing some stuff here. Anyway, fair price. It is arguably one of the best vegan bases around. I say arguably because some people say it is, some say it isn't, some prefer others. You know, I'm not calling it into doubt. I'm just saying by arguably, I mean some people really think it's the top base. Some people don't. Therefore, arguably. Here we go. And again, I remind you that my angle on this pass looks more steep than it is, because right there is the blade laying flat. So it's not quite as dramatic as the camera makes it appear. But I do have a tendency to and when I first put it to my face, it's always pretty wide, because I'm trying to scoop that area out close to my ear, and then I try to bring it back a little bit. All right, I think we're about finished today. And I look forward to putting this razor on the stone and seeing if I can bring it up a little further, a little more to my preference. And again, your preference doesn't make something else bad, because it's not. You know, it will do the job just fine. But we prefer what we prefer. And I want to take this guy a little further. Since the bevel is set, I'll probably take it down to 5 or 8K. And by the way, that was already there. That blemish, as it were. So we did not open up a new wound today. That was already on the face. I might have encouraged it to open up, but that's not a new wound or anything. Okay, let me rinse. We'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back with the Magic Made by Witches. And I missed some stuff on this shave. I know I did. Just because I'm not accustomed to that sort of edge, I can feel some stuff. We'll pick it up tomorrow, so it's no big deal. I'm not by any stretch saying that edge is bad. I'm just saying my edges feel a little bit different, so I'm used to mine, and I'm not used to shaving that 12K edge. And so I'll do some work on that. We'll bring it back and see how it goes. I forgot to mention the brush today, which is the PAA Rocket. I really like this brush. And of course, we use the PAA. Did I put an extra A in there? I think so. Clown Fruit. And again, I must admit, Junior is the 2020 Clown Fruit King, and we bow to Junior, the true and rightful Clown Fruit King. Torrey razor, which we'll do some work on that, just to, again, it's a preference thing. I'm not saying Ray Pope's edge is bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's not. I used the alum, not a lot of stinging, so that was good. That was good. So I certainly didn't get too rough, but I know I missed some stuff, and you'll probably be able to see it during the video. We're going to finish off with the Clown Fruit aftershave, and maybe this is the last Clown Fruit shave before it releases. We shall see. Very nice. Very nice. Love the sound of this stuff. I hope wherever you are, you have a wonderful day. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I've been your host, CDB, and I'm reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.